Hey, lovely YouTube people. Good morning. Good morning, AT, Megan, Deset, Moi, Patty. We're going live a little early, so I'll wait for people to come on in. Figure the earlier we go, the sooner we end. Love the title here for this. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Well, unfortunately, it's happened to a lot of us. And we'll get into that. We'll just wait for people to come on in, starting early. In the meantime, we shall listen to some music. I'll have to pull up emails too. I've received a lot of emails. It's amazing because that's what, as creators, we get a lot of emails. It just so happens to be that way. I love when people think they're special and that getting emails makes them special. It does not. Hey, Nat. Welcome, Billy, Callie, Polish, Chicken Feet, Finding Hope, Jason, Billy Sunday. Good morning. So, wow, man, the tubes are turning, and they are turning at a fast rate. I'm afraid some people can't keep up. They just can't keep up. Why does this keep turning on? Hold on. There it goes. Okay. Hey, hippie. So, I've been amazed just strolling the streets, LMP. It never stops. It never stops. And the twos be cray. They do be cray. The streets are bad. The streets are evil. And around Christmas time, they always get worse. And that is the saddest part about it. They always get worse. So a few things on our docket are police calls, wellness checks / SWATs, request of police body cams. Yeah, that's right, folks. Police body cams. It is just amazing. The lengths people will go to, I don't know, be proven right, be proven wrong. I don't know whichever way you want to look at it. So we all know, hey souls, good morning. Actually, I'll wait a little bit longer for others to come on in. And then we will get this show started. So YouTube has been doing a sweep, and they do this every now and then. And a lot of people were hit. I was hit during the summer, as you all recall. I know Chasing Truth said she was hit with it. J for Justice was hit. Plunder was hit. Alex was hit. A lot of people were hit. They were hit by the YouTube robotic system that labels people as reuse content. Now, when it happened to me, I never dox. Even people I dislike now, I would never give out their information if they emailed me. Matter of fact, before I get into what I was going to say, how do you all feel about this? How would you feel if you were a creator who has struggled with substance abuse or alcohol? Okay. And during your struggle, you have shared that publicly. Actually, it has become part of your channel. Become part of your channel, your identity, recovery, the struggles of addiction, all that. And you had somebody years ago email you seeking your advice with help as to how to overcome addiction. Would you ever could you imagine somebody taking that and putting that public 3 years later to embarrass you? Hey, Queen Bella. Congratulations, Truth Seeker. I couldn't fathom somebody who preaches about leave people's recovery alone. Particularly, I guess there's nobody else's, weaponizing such a personal moment like that. I couldn't fathom somebody. I just think that's absolutely horrific. And the fact that continues to happen. And hey, tattoos, and that would even be a weapon to somebody is mind boggling. Hey, Pristine. It is effed up. It's very effed up. It's disgusting. Hey, Shay. Yeah. I am just shocked that anybody would do that. I'm sorry to hear that, Truth Seeker. Been off hard drugs 17 years, been off weed 3 weeks. Wow, hippie, I never thought you'd be off the weed. Congratulations, though, seriously. It is sad. It's fucked up. It is a low thing to do. And it's not what one who is truly in the recovery life would do. That's not something to embarrass somebody with or weaponize over them or, insult them with. That's just stupid. Yeah, of course. So that was that. Hey, October Shug, I just think that's so gross. But that did happen, and that's part of, as YouTube turns, because YouTube is constantly turning. And I guess one day that's okay to do, but I guess if it happened to somebody they like, it wouldn't be okay. But then again, that is the way of YouTube as well, right? So that brings me to my next thing. We got Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty had the whole police debacle. Somebody called in a wellness check. She stated it was a SWAT. People went and requested the police call. Now, I will say, whoever called, you're slick. They're slick, because the way they called was in a way that their name couldn't be found. They didn't call her township directly. Hey, Julie's. And they did it in a way to make it impossible to find out who they are. Yeah, truth seeker. Listen. People will say and do whatever they want at the end of the day. I'm not going to spend my time arguing and trying to make people's minds up about it. You think what you think. Say what you will. I don't give a fuck. So Betty, good old Betty, says that she had a wellness check done. A lot of people were questioning if it was really a SWAT, if it was a wellness check, or if it was just police knocking at the door. Hey, Colin. Hey, new account. 2 hours away. That sucks. So they gathered the police reports. I agree, Scorpio. I just think it's a shitty thing to use against somebody. That's all. Just a real shitty thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to use that time, when you reached out to me seeking help, addict to addict, and I'm going to use that to shame you. Who the fuck does that? I'm not sure she didn't call me on herself to have proof for court that she's being harassed. No, the name of the caller is on this report. It is blocked out. So I don't think Betty called it on herself, but I see what you're saying there. So I'm going to share this really quick. So here is the event of the calls. December 5th. All this is blocked out. All personal information is blocked out. We do have white, female, 44, unknown clothes, date of birth blocked out. And then it does say it is Betty. The comment that was made to the dispatch is that Jonathan Lee Richards, she claims he has taken her down. YouTube channel Bullhorn Betty, videos posted and takes them down. Also, Bullhorn Betty crime stories. No one in danger, but caller reports subject is threatening to do it with witnesses. And then it has original caller and their name blocked out. Now, I went back to the stream and I could not find. Good morning, Petty Lane. I personally couldn't find where Betty said she's going to do it with witnesses, where she threatened to actually do it. Hey, Wah. That I didn't see at all. What I thought I was hearing is more so like that's what they want from me type of thing, not that's what I'm going to do. People, I guess, heard differently. That is the argument taking place, but okay. So then dispatch goes out. They're there. This is something different. Hold on. Unit arrives. So now they're at the, Betty's home. And then here we have Betty's comment the police comment, made contact with subject who was BA52 avail and did not meet criteria. Advised Richard is ex-boyfriend who she is currently in a civil suit. Subject advised this is an ongoing issue. Attempted to contact comp and got voicemail. I think that this is supposed to be Richards. Jonathan Lee Richards. I think this is Betty telling the police officer that JLR is her ex and she believes the one that is doing this to her. Anybody else? Hey, AMAC. Anybody else think that's what we're reading here? Made contact with subjects, did not meet criteria, advised Richards is ex-boyfriend who she is currently in a civil suit. Very interesting. Interesting comment. But it was not JR who called. It was not JR who called. Matter of fact, there is a chatter going around admitting that they called. I don't think they were a big item. I think it just validates what we've been saying, which is that Betty was JR's secret little, one of his little rendezvous, one of his hoes in different area codes. And I think that is why when she went on her JR rant, she kept saying as much about him. Now, hold on. All right. I mean, you guys remember, there's no way you don't. Opinion is speculation, aka allegedly. So, but she mentioned that her ex, right? She mentions that he's her ex. There's a lot of obsessed ex going around. A lot of weirdos, a lot of noodles thinking they know anything about anything. And we're going to get to that too, because you have to be an absolute idiot to take whatever you are told by troll accounts and run it as factual. And your time on YouTube will be short-lived if you don't learn to do your due diligence. The amount of bullshit that spewed out of her mouth was impressive. But I digress because that is not the point of today's live. So we're going to go over here and we're going to share this tab instead. Right? You guys remember this. Hey, Wandering Sub. So
I get irritated about people covering up their BS, and I get very irritated with people trying to call me a liar when I do my due diligence. I have checked the Department of Tennessee website. Fisher is nowhere.
Here's what happened. I didn't realize that, Jonathan, well, I have realized because he does this to all of his women. He keeps them very secret. They're his.
Well, I did realize because he does this to all of his women. He keeps them very secret, eh? Eh? Very interesting.
Dirty little secret, okay? So when I saw Magnolia out there with Jonathan, I learned that Magnolia has cancer, okay? And I don't know what type. I just, it was told to me. So it's obviously public information or, not kept a secret. And so I had just had it. Okay. I really had just had it with his shenanigans, with all these women and everything like that. I just want to let you ladies know, whenever he steps away to have those conversations, he's talking to another woman. Aunt Mary is not Aunt Mary. Aunt Mary is his sugar mama, and she lives in Georgia.
So remember this, Jam. They had a little rendezvous going on, and Betty's coming out with the feels. So that makes why, well, we suspected what this actual stream of what Betty was saying here, and makes everything make sense now, right? Hey, Teresa, it makes it all make sense now. Hey, Zoomer Mom, because we were right. She was coming from a brokenhearted spot. I think she was meant to meet JLR at the event, and he showed up with Magnolia. I think that's what led to all of this. Member for 7 months. Oh my goodness, Zoomer Mom, thank you. Sounds like she's mad she didn't get the sugar mama. Sounds like maybe she was considered the sugar mama for a bit.
He sneaks off with her out in the woods. I'm not going to allege what they're doing, but they go to a cabin several times a year, and that's the house he's living in, okay? He does not own that home. That is the house that his sugar mama put him up in.
So right there doesn't make sense because she says that a cabin in the woods they sneak off to, and that's the house he's living in. Well, he lives in Florida, but yeah. So that pretty much, I think that all confirms it, right? Her subs were the sugar because that's how she gets paid. Ooh. Speaking of which, YouTube is making their rounds. Hey, Gladys. I remember during the summer, I was demonetized, and it said for reuse content. And a bunch of people ran around and they stated that that meant that I stole content. Hey, Lana, that people were celebrating it. And one of the people that, you know, now claim they would never celebrate such, they would never be so hateful to celebrate such, you're alive because you were. And YouTube has, hey, Jet, has taken their time and demonetized people. Yep. Brittany J was demonetized. She said for reuse content, which again doesn't mean you stole content. Doesn't mean that. But a bunch of idiots that fit their narrative when it came to me, and they were celebrating my demonetization as a single mother, and they didn't give a shit about any of that when it came to me. It was actually a party. It was a party, and it was a way to say, Granny's a piece of shit. So I find that interesting that karma makes its rounds. And I have more to do with that, but I'm going to wait because there is a particular somebody who would like to participate. So that stream will be later on. Barking at the moon. Good for JR. I need me a sugar daddy, right? Isn't that interesting? I hear she said a bot. Usually it is a robot because my content was not reused, but you are able to put in an appeal, and you do get paid for. So YouTube's pay period is always a month behind. So come December, we're getting paid for November. She will still get November's pay. She'll get that. And then after that, she won't get any of the pay. That's how it was for me when it happened to me. But you can dispute it. You can put in an appeal. You have 2 weeks to do so. And, you know, if you're on the up and up, then you should do so. Doesn't take much. So here we have it, right? Made contact with her ex, Richards. Hey, Solo. Well, maybe that's because YouTube's paying us between the 21st and the 23rd, but she will get paid. She will get paid. No, she's not telling the truth there. But I actually received a very interesting email pertaining to a situation that took place regarding her and a moderator and a Discord and a ex-supporter, now ex-supporter. And that was very interesting. But I promised somebody I would wait. YouTube is taking taxes out this year, so that's good because tax sucked. It always does suck. Hey, Gary. But that's not quite true. You do get the pay for that period. Anyway, knowing YouTube's pay is always a month delayed, and that it's not going to come until close to whatchamacallit, Christmas really sucked. No, she won't get December's pay. You're right, but she will get paid in December for November. She'll get that. Well, shit. What is that? All right. You might not have a sugar daddy, but you have a sugar doggy. Taco. Hey, Chowder. Look at that beautiful doggy. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful doggy. Okay, so where am I at on my screen? I'm sharing that. So this makes all of this make more sense now, right? This just...
Okay. He is on, and I found this out because he's lied to me for several years, telling me he was not on felony probation. Everybody kept saying it. I went to bat for him because that's what he told me.
And because you were sleeping with the man, you took all that at face value. We get it, Bets. We get it. So that took place. I don't agree with people now running to get the police body cam of this situation. No, Gladys. She won't get December and January, no. Not unless she fights the loss and gets approved again. Hey, Irvin. Silence, sorry. Okay, so people are now saying they're going to get Betty's body cam from when the police showed up. Here's how I feel about that. I get it. A lot of people strongly dislike Betty. Valid reasons as to why they dislike Betty. I know Allie writes she's going to get her moment. Hey, Patricia. People like her are looking to fight with me. Like a lot of these people are like little gnats in reality, and they talk all this shit, hoping that you'll like swat at them so that they get a little bit of attention. You know what I mean? So some people just aren't worth that for it. If I responded to everybody, I'd be here all day, actually. So yeah, so people are wanting to get Betty's body cam footage. Why? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help or prove anything that people are looking to prove. I guess it would prove that it wasn't a SWAT. I guess it will prove that much. But here's the thing when it comes to that, right? Because it is a rather easy thing to do. And by law, you can do it, right? You have the right to a FOIA request. But think if it was you. This is the part where people on YouTube forget to, the old saying, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Imagine if that was you and somebody called a wellness check to your house. And next thing you know, the police report is out there and now the body cam footage. And it just seems like people are looking to get anything they can about Betty. But it can happen to anybody else. It could happen to anybody. And it crosses a very thin line. It's kind of intrusive. I mean, imagine again if it was you. Somebody called in a wellness check unbeknownst to you, and then next thing you know, they're requesting the body cam footage. Hey, language of horse. No, Chowder, he does not. I wish people would do that. See it from someone else's perspective, how it would affect you. No, people don't do that. I was waiting for you, Chi-Town. I was waiting for you. I knew it. She's saying that it came from certain people, and I think she knows that's a lie. That needs to be called out. Yeah, if she knows it's a lie, but don't you agree that paranoia can make you think that is a particular group? That is all, coincident. Doesn't mean she's right, but I was being called out all right. It's being called out all right. Hey, that's set. It crosses the line. I think so too. I think so too. And I get it. It's her karma. So listen, I didn't know everything that she did. Well, there you go. Generally, Jenny. I didn't know that Betty went after like a child, thinking it was Berto's child. And I didn't realize how deep some of the shit went. And I think that's also, again, part of the situation where we don't really realize how bad somebody is until it affects us personally or somebody we care about. So what I have learned over the night is that despite what Betty has done, and we've all witnessed her do to victims of crime and their families and loved ones, she has done a lot of shit to YouTubers. Rightfully so or not, I don't know. Hey, Blissful Solo. But yeah, I do know that is why she gets a lot of hate. I wouldn't even listen to her. She's so full of bullshit. You didn't know that? Yeah, I didn't either. Did not know that either. It was bad. I heard it was bad. I heard it was really fucking bad. And that's a shame. That is really a shame. So Betty pretty much spills the beans through this police report that JLR is an ex. Hey, Kelsey, and we were right about that. A lot of crazy exes going around here, right, Allie writes? That's a crazy exes. This is why I don't have trust here. Well, yeah, it's a good point. Like I said, somebody's using the email from 3 years ago. One addict to another, reaching out, asking for help. Her and JLR behind the scenes terror of a lot of creators. Yes. Which is funny that she's now spilling the beans on JLR, but she was part of it all. She didn't mind it when it was other people. But now that it's happening to her, it's a problem. It's a problem. My cat has a tree ornament. Y'all need to stop meeting. I've never met a YouTuber. Never. That's a bitch ass move. It is a bitch ass move. That's why we got this right.
And come to find out that was a lie. He does this shenanigans behind the scenes. So while I was sitting there researching what was going on and, how many women, first of all, he's got some in Sarasota. He's got.
Do you hear what she just said there? Because I missed this the first time. While she was researching what was going on and how many women. I think it was probably more like a one-night stand in an RV at the laundry's house. Well, she did say that she was made plans to meet up with a guy, and then he showed up with another woman. People can talk shit about each other all they want, but kids and other family are off limits. Oh, I agree. I agree, Bark at the Moon. And I think it is ridiculous that a little nobody is out here talking about my children. So, well, yeah, I did meet Roddy, but that was like not a setup meet. And she has a friend. She said, and our victim needed to keep her life closed, and someone that was S8 as a child needs to get over it. Holy shit. Oh, I get a Scorpio. Holy hell.
Several in Tampa. I'm shocked. So they're researching what was going on and, you know, how many women. First of all, he's got some in Sarasota. He's got several in Tampa. I'm shocked who some of these people are. I got to be honest with you.
What kind of research can tell you who somebody's dating? Hey, Jeffrey, welcome. What kind of research did she do that led her down to find out all the women he is dating? And how does one do that? I can't wait for the body cam footage. Forever trolling. That is going to be very interesting. Forever trolling. Very interesting. Also kind of sad. The same thing happened with Bombshell, right? When Savage went to Bombshells, then they requested the body footage. And that became content too. So it's all interesting. It's the circle of YouTube as YouTube turns.
And this is his thing. His facade is his secrecy. That's his power. So when we remove his secrecy, he no longer has power. And
his facade is his secrecy, and that is his power. She definitely sounds like Scorned woman is out for revenge. Well, that's been, I mean, I think that is pretty much confirmed by the police report. Question is, how is he picking up all these ladies? Very good question. She wasn't shocked when it was her he was with if they messed around. And it sounds like she kind of knew that she was a secret. Oh, Miss Betty. Good morning, Gladys.
And it's just very, very highly disturbing to me that something like him being with a girl turned out to me losing my channel for 7 days. But that's what it is. I knew he was going to come after me. I didn't know how hard, but I had to analyze the whole entire picture and find out who's really coming after me.
So if you listen here again, and the only reason I'm revisiting this is because we now have like the kind of confirmed proof, as much confirmed as we can get, that she is an ex. But now she's saying, like, I knew what he was capable of, but I never thought he'd do it to me. So now I'm going to tell you all what he has done. And now she's re-questioned everything. So what? Now you're admitting that it wasn't? That's a good point, Qwerty. That maybe it wasn't who you've been blaming, which is Queen and Burt Toast.
My channel for 7 days, but that's what it is. I knew he was going to come after me. I didn't know how hard, but I had to analyze the whole entire picture and find out who's really coming after me. Is it SF Investigates? He's doing the warring on Twitter publicly. This is somebody that's behind the scenes sneaky, right? Somebody that probably puts on a nice facade for everybody. He hates kids. Not that he wants anything bad to happen to kids, but he hates kids.
So what does that matter? So you dated a guy that hates kids? What does that say about you? Like, these are just so, like, looking back and knowing what we know, this is just pretty entertaining. Right, she was behind the scenes sneaky, though. She was okay when he was going after other people and other people's kids. And yeah, very interesting what we can figure out when we know more about it. You know what I mean?
So this facade that he's out there and doing things, he treats women like crap. One of his ex-girlfriends he beat. Okay, again, these are things that I'm learning.
So you dated a man that beat a woman? Wow, Betty, you're really just telling on yourself here. So you dated a man that hates kids and allegedly beats women, in your words. And you allowed him to keep you his little secret. What does that say about you, Betty? I don't think it says anything good. I don't like that people can get the body footage, but I do to others as they do. Flash, she fully believes that if it's public, it's fine. You're right. And if it was a victim of a crime, she would absolutely do it, right? You're right. Hey, 50 Shades of Faye. My God, split with my ex. Haven't seen him or had contact since. Certainly wouldn't be on YouTube about it, for fuck's sake. Why don't these people get embarrassed by it? People have said about the ongoing dragging of BHB, but I think it continues simply because we have seen almost zero consequences for deprived behavior. I think it would let up if that happens. Well, I am with you, Ninth Life, because it hit me when I was going over her stream the other day, and she said, I did nothing wrong at Quentin Simons. And that is when I was like, wow, she doesn't think she's done anything wrong. JR may be totally charismatic and charming despite outside appearances. He is charismatic and charming. Yeah. I if they're meeting him in person, I could see how women could fall for that. I hate having to say it, but I can see it.
I've spoken with her before, right? These are horrible things, but that's not the big thing. Why is he taking me out for all these girly things, right?
Good point, Jason. All these horrible things, she kept the secret. She never spoke on it, but watch out if her channel gets struck. Very good point. Actually, and if you listen here, hey, Hazel Eyes, she even says, why is he taking me out for all these girly things? What girly things did you guys do?
Horrible things, but that's not the big thing. Why is he taking me out for all these girly things, right? No big deal. It's not that. It's because I found out that he trolled somebody in 2016. We'll call this the Moore case.
Saying, I don't like where we get to these allegations. But anyway, we see it. It makes sense. It all makes sense now. You go over to here, and it says her ex, Richard's. Yeah. Well, it says Richard, but we know what it meant. We know what it meant. So I know part of my title was a certain something that made somebody decide they were going to go live while I was live because they don't want people to see it, and that's fine. So we are going to save that for later. Hey, Juliana, good day, everyone. New sub. Heard great things about your channel from a friend. Oh, I appreciate that. Did they go for dinner? Did they go for a little rendezvous in the woods? Did they go and get their hair dyed and nails did it? I don't know. I don't know, because all she said was girly things. She didn't verify what they've done. Let me stop that screen. On to our next thing. Elmer in the bushes. Oh, it's bad. You definitely wouldn't have liked it then. Language. What? What was bad? At the cabin. Do you have questions? That went to the park to check out the bushes. Apple picking in overalls. Can you just imagine? Can you even see those two as like a couple though? I can't. I personally cannot. Apple picking in overalls. That is very romantic. Very romantic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so where was I at? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know. What is girly things in Betty's eyes? I have no idea. 20 months. It's like day one. Come back and say JLR is her ex-friend. Oh, ex-friend barking at the moon. Yeah. Does it say ex or BF? Because BF could mean best friend, but I definitely think they have something going on. I don't know. Let me share it again and see. It just says ex-BF, which usually means boyfriend. I don't think police are up on like I think police would have wrote ex-friend, or they wouldn't have wrote ex anything. They would have said, I don't know. I don't think they would have put ex-BF. Yay, Grammy. I like when you guys come out of the bushes, say hi. Just say hi and then go on back. It's okay. Hey, Candy Kitten. 17 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Do you guys really think the police would say ex-BF for friend? Best friend? Ex-best friend? Or do you think it means ex-boyfriend? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it means ex as in boyfriend. Put a 2 if you think it means best friend. Former friend. Right. Good point. Good Ann and Twin. Thank you. I personally don't think it means, yeah, right? She would have had to say that. Right. He's right in what she said. My ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend. Okay. Jess, if she actually thinks she did nothing wrong, regarding Quentin Simon. She is more deprived than I imagined. That was the most rotten thing I watched on YouTube to date. Yeah, she does think she's done nothing wrong. They would have said former friend. Hey, goody two shoes. All right, lots of ones, lots of boyfriends. Okay, so I'm not alone in that. And then now that we know this, and then you go back to that stream like we just did, you can actually see and hear that she is a scorned lover. She's like Glenn, close and fatal attraction. She won't be ignored. You think opposite? All right. Oh. Controller's bodyguard is coming on in with the guns ablazing. The members link. Does anybody have a members link? Thank you, Ella. Boyfriend. It was a former friend, BFF. I think it's a former associate. Right. Okay. Hey, Jose. Can I have the membership link? Oh, 2 people asking. That's so nice. Thank you. Bernadette. Ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend would be girlfriend. Depends on officer too, maybe. She probably didn't want to say, this guy I've been creeping on. My dirty little secret. It would have said acquaintance. That's what I would have thought. Hold on. I think I have the membership. I appreciate you guys asking. Oh, I heard I was True Texan. Don't mind me, though. I'm apparently just a established YouTuber, clout chasing, being established already. It's amazing. It is amazing. Coming out of the bushes. Hey, I don't know how to say your name. All right, here we have it. You know, that's not membership. Okay. There we go. Thank you guys for asking. Hey, Lori. Oh, I didn't say it. Everything doesn't come up on StreamYard. All right. So I think we've established that they were apple picking in overalls, taking trips to the woods and being little secrets. You know what? Scorpio says, can I ask you a question? How are you feeling today? I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. Thank you for asking. Sometimes everything gets to be a bit much, and I had to take a day and just, take a break. People are relentless. If he's her ex-boyfriend, then she lied in her court documents, didn't she? She accused QB of slandering her about, oh, great point, Gypsy. Ooh. I wonder if Queen can do anything with that. Right, Super. I'm with you, girl. It would have definitely said acquaintance or something along those lines. I hope you feel better. Wow. So that would mean she lied and said that, yeah. Yeah, Alicia, I try to do that. It just gets tiresome. The better you do, the more people come and tag your name because they try to, I don't know, get views off of that and get an algorithm, which is fine. I like the stupidity. Whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. I believe it was about Dolly being a BF. Now, there were allegations. I remember about Dolly and Betty. I remember that. Well, she tried to go live, CJ, to prevent that. And there's somebody else that wants to participate but can't until nighttime. So we're going to get back to that. I do have a video for everybody to watch that will be released. Elmer, thank you for coming a member out of the bushes. Thank you so much. Hey, Connie, good morning. Do you guys remember it being JLR or just Dolly? And what would that mean if she did lie? And that's part of her claims is the defamation on the factor that they said that she had relations with JLR, and we find out that she did. Oh, what would that mean? Pork dumplings. Ooh, and pot stickers. Can I come be with you, Jitterbug? That sounds fantastic. Well, there you go, CJ. I'll send you a message. We'll work that out. Pop out of the bushes and back driving. Hi, people. Hey, Limey. Drive safely. I bet neither one of them would claim it. She says she'll take a lie detector test. She never said about what. I just remember with Dolly, I think she was on the low with JLR. Well, he got hoes and area codes, bruh. What are the kids calling it now? Wait, what do the kids call it if you have like pickup game? It's something different now, like Raz or something. He's got that. Hold on. I got to look it up. Hold on. I got to ask my daughter. Give me 1 second. Okay, it is Riz. He's got that Riz. Oh, you guys know it. Listen, I had to go ask the kid. We used to say swag, then they turned it to drip, and now it's Riz. I'm sounding like my mom. Alexis, what do you guys call the young men now? Ian, are you my my troll that says I need to, that praises somebody else, ally, says I need help? I'm not a religious person. Forgive me for not knowing. The other London girl. We got 2 London girls in the house. Okay. So yeah, Riz. So maybe JLR got that Riz, baby. It's called having Riz. You guys never heard of that? Oh, let me show you. It is hysterical. All right. Riz is the new thing. It's like, do you got the pickup? In my day, it was game. It used to be game to me as well. Oh, are you really backstage? Okay, hold on. I didn't see you pop up. Give me 1 second. I was going to teach the folks about Riz. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm trying to get my audio to go to my AirPods. I don't know if it's from my car or whatever the fuck. It's just so irritating.
Do you want to try to work that while I show the people what Riz is?
Yeah, go do that. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Or you don't have to leave. You can stay and do it. All right, so this is Riz. He got the Riz. Look, all these little kids got the Riz.
Ouch! I just skinned my knee. Falling for you.
Treat me like what don't get me
You know that saying, did you fall from heaven? Or did it hurt when you fell? They're calling that Riz. It's the same name as your daughter. We have good taste in names. Oh, Amy, you got an Alexis as well? Betty wallowed with pigs and got muddy. I don't feel sorry for her. In fact, I await her reckoning with great anticipation. Sorry, not sorry. I hope she gets it in court too. So that's funny you say that, because I just said the same thing to a friend last night. You swim in the swamps, you come out smelly, right? So this is Riz, my friends. This is Riz. It is so cute when you see these little young kids doing it and they're all like goofy about it. He got that Riz. White boy has real Riz. Bro got that Muslim Riz. He got that weird Riz. And a lot of it is they're doing it through that app where they meet the girls. Just another little example.
Come on the show because I was scared that he would just be like doing like weird Riz shit the whole time.
No.
But he's actually like more sincere, I guess, and like normal than I expected.
Yeah,
so that's
like,
good.
Very friendly. Like those clips are clips for a reason.
See, girls are being confused with the Riz. Everybody's trying the Riz. Okay. I call that something else. Yeah. But the new thing my daughter keeps saying is, hey, chat. Really? Hey, chat? Hey, KNS. Thank you so much. We got an Amazon gift from you. Thank you. Or she calls everything busser, buzzing. It's bussin'. Riz sounds like frizz. It's swagga. It's game. Yeah, I got that game, yo. So apparently JLR got that game, yo, because he got all the hoes and different area codes, and he got all the little dirty secrets and everything else. It just keeps reminding. I wonder if Betty was like In the midst of it, she was over there like singing and jamming out to this. Seriously. Oh, hold on. That's how we should keep it. Can you guys see Betty prepping, getting ready to go like creep with JLR? And she's playing that. And she's like shaving her legs, getting all ready. You're my little secret. I know how our parents kept a straight face when we said some of the shit we did, because I know I look at these kids like they're crazy when they just make up words. Oh, and they do. Riz is slang for charisma. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's part of like the manosphere thing, like bro got, I don't know. It's a whole mess. Ooh, Jeffrey, we don't even want to think of that. Okay. That is not crossing our minds this morning. Plucking hairs on her. Why the chin, London girl? Why the chin? Nobody has more Riz than you. I was just thinking about them messing around and Best getting ready. Ugh, why are you giving us a picture? I'm sorry. Hey, Shelby, thank you. Each other's dirty little secrets. How many women were getting ready to that song before they went to the cabin in the woods? Lord have mercy. Well, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people were questioning. I heard people think that he was into men. I heard people think that he was an asexual. It turns out he is actually the man with all the Riz. So, saw you around these streets a while ago, and what the hell am I, clone? Thought I would say hi. I'm heart avatar in lowercase. KNS, thank you so much. That's so awesome of you. Thank you. Oh, JLR Betty Love Child. Oh, geez. Oh, no. They don't like kids. Well, he don't like kids. Apparently, Juliana, if we, again, go over to what was stated during this police report, it does say as much. I mean, she calls him her ex-boyfriend and thinks that he made the call. So I don't know. We are using our detective skills and we are looking at it ourselves, and we have come to the conclusion. Speaking of detective skills, how many of you believe that if do you think that a prior investigator or somebody who worked on a police force, do you think when it comes to true crime cases that they have a little more knowledge than just your average, internet sleuth? What do you guys think of that? Like, do you go towards somebody like Duty Ron or Police Off the Cuff, and do you expect more honest, I don't know, like, do you more credibility from them? Would you trust more information from them than just your average person? Yeet. Is Yeet still going on, Lisa? True Texan says no. Jorah says yes. Jeffrey says no. Well, Scorned Betty. Now you guys don't? I am shocked. I give them more credibility. I do. I trust a little more of what they're saying because of it. Wow. Interesting. Okay. That would be a good topic. A good little debate type of thing. I would like to do that. If anybody would like to debate their position on that, I'd be open for that. I think they know what detectives are looking for and what's important in cases. Me too. I'm shocked how many of you say no. Well, not just that. You don't have to know them in general. I'm just saying, in general, do you think that there's more to it? When isn't she? At me, forever trolling, have nothing to do with her. Although I will say Nancy Grace did a video last night. Yes, and Ed Wallace. I would over others. Okay. 90% of police are not. Wait, 90% of police are not detectives? Me? What did I do to her? I don't even mention her. I'm so sick of her. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Whatever. Another person that just, because of my hashtags. So what about my hashtags? Oh, let's get into that. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. So I was scrolling around YouTube the other night, and I came across this. And this actually really did This got me annoyed. It really did. So let me show you guys this. Forgive me in advance if you like this person. But who cares? Shut up, voices. Nobody gives a shit what you have to say, you psycho. You fucking pretend advocate. Nobody cares. So I'm scrolling YouTube the other day, and this person's video came up, and I see this a lot, and this happened, and actually goes into two of my points today. Two people, while live with Summer Wells in the title, with Summer Wells hashtagged, okay, went and did complete opposite content, and it's a problem. So this one in particularly shows up on my screen, and it actually, I probably have to rewind it a little bit to where they say it, but they even admit while they're playing it, and I listened to way too much of it than I should have, they admit that they should change the name. And it's like, yeah, maybe you should. Like, instead of, because a lot of these people have built their videos strictly off covering particular cases, so they ride that out because they get most views when they do it. So this particular person has Summer Wells in the title, and I'm sorry if you like this person again, but was not covering Summer. So I click in and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Well, what do we have here? There's JLR and I'm like, wow, so these people are just, you know, like many others, replaying other people's videos. Bit bizarre if you ask me. So I come over to here and they're having this whole discussion. And we're actually watching Kensington on the camera. It had nothing to do with Summer. Hey.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Did it work?
Yeah, I think it worked this time. I had to find a place at work to chill in the parking lot where the fucking Wi-Fi would work. Sorry to bust in on your stream. What do you?
You broke out for a second there. I couldn't hear you. Hey, Grouchy.
I can't hear anymore.
Now you can't hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay. I was just saying,
Okay.
You know, somebody was complaining about my tags this morning, I'm pretty sure, because it tagged Summer Wells. And this is why, because I didn't get to that part of my stream yet, where these people that have built their channels and they get the most views when they cover a particular case, to the point where they use that as the thumbnail and the title. And then when people go there, they're not getting any Summer content at all. And it's infuriating to me.
Yeah, it's annoying. And it's so annoyed of seeing that hashtag everywhere. Like, it's getting annoying. Like, I'm all for the publicity and her name and finding her and getting to the bottom of it, but it seems like everyone and their mom uses it. Oh my God.
Right, because it's a case that has people emotionally wrapped in. So now they, you know, it's a quick view is what it is. It's no longer about Summer. It's about views, and it's infuriating. And that's actually part of my stream, and it plays into my next topic as well. So that is why that is there.
Gotcha. Well, sorry to crash your stream real quick. I just wanted a few minutes to talk about little fifis and people with their feelings being hurt. So, you know, the slob people of the world that I barely mentioned and just happened to put up, you know, I'm irrelevant on YouTube. I mean, let's be real. I have a channel. I rarely use it. I mean, come on, people. And to bring up a post or a personal email that I sent to someone 3 years ago. One was like years ago in the middle of COVID when people were having issues, and I was in the midst of battling alcoholism, and you know, emailed somebody, and there was no reason to send an enemy of mine my personal emails. Like, what was that even going to prove? Like, people out there need to really dig deep and find their issues in, like, sorry, I'm not looking at comments. I'm just talking while I'm sitting in the parking lot. But it's just, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It's stupid. And then other creators jump on the bandwagon and start posting about it like, oh, look at her, look at her. She was asking for help. Oh my gosh, look at her. Um, Sorry to say, you fucking idiots. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago. And even if I was, you could still sit on a dick and spin.
Keep it a little appropriate, but I get what you're saying. So for people that don't know, Tattoos reached out to another creator, Save Robbie, having issues with alcoholism, and she was seeking help through Robbie, who claims to be in recovery and somebody whose literal channel name is based off his own alcoholism. So the fact that he sought back messages from emails from 3 years ago where a subscriber is reaching out seeking help and then weaponize that against her, that's horrific.
Yeah, all because I put a post saying the idiot that you are trying to protect and defend hates trans people. She hates gay people. That's all I said that put him in that much of a tizzy to send her my private emails. He didn't post them himself, right? Because he didn't want that on his page. But he sent them to her. Like, what was that going to prove? Oh, here, fucking idiot creator that is currently having issues and passing out on streams. Look at these emails from this girl that you hate from 3 years ago. Here's this for some content. Put it up on your channel. Like, what was that going to prove? I don't even give a fuck. I'll share the fucking messages to everyone.
It's just like, evil to do it.
Yeah, it's evil. It's stupid. And then the other creator that tried to jump on it, Scooby-Doo, and say, "Oh, this is who she is. She wants sympathy now." Who the fuck asked for sympathy? I sure didn't. I don't know if she's like having ghosts in her mind or what, but I wasn't asking for any sympathy. So,
well, the problem is these people do these low down things like that, and then they get mad when people are sympathetic. Who wouldn't be sympathetic to somebody's personal messages? You know?
To put out, I mean, it's just stupid. These creators that are in Krama talking shit get so triggered. I know we all hate that word, but I have to say it. Get so triggered that my community post of literally like 2 sentences triggered that fucking bastard so bad that he had to go do that. You know what? Grow the fuck up, Slobby. Grow the fuck up.
Amen. It was just wrong to do, especially as somebody who claims to be in recovery. It's just a horrible thing to do. Why would you?
Yeah,
that's weaponizing somebody's darkest moments.
Yep, and he cried about it on YouTube for 2 to 3 years. That's all he did was attack creators for attacking him about his fake freaking sobriety. So
and now he's using it against you.
Yeah, Slobby, you're a freaking hypocrite. Grow the fuck up. You just got married. You just got a new house. Aren't you supposed to be happy? What are you doing? You're an idiot. All right. Peace out, love. I got to go to work, but love everybody. I'll be listening.
I hope your day gets better. Don't listen to them. Don't even listen. Don't even read any of it.
No, I won't. I just had to say something. They think they're all fucking hot shots and this and that. And they're stupid, low-life scum.
Yeah, it's a bunch of hypocritical bullshit. And how would any of them feel if it was their messages, their deep, dark moments being aired out as content? It's wrong.
Yep. Send it to the enemy. Oh, this will be funny. Well, that was a freaking flop. You look stupid. I would have shared if that's what you wanted to share.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
All right. Peace out. Love ya.
Have a better day.
Yes.
Genevieve, I don't even think she realized she finally admitted it to everyone last night when she was not thinking of manipulating, but was just in sheer panic saying what she did know. Yeah, because it's not true. I mean, it's just, it's not true. It's not me. Brittany has a lot of long-standing enemies from when she was just a subscriber. She has a lot of people who dislike her. Okay. And it's not just me. So to say everybody who dislikes Brittany is a GW troll, no, it's not. I don't even pay attention to her. So how would it be me? Why would it be me? And you don't think if you're in all these drama chats all day long talking shit on me, you don't think my supporters are going to support me the same way yours are going to support you? Unbelievable. Now maybe I should play that video. Hey, Ann. Maybe I should play my unreleased video really quick. So as I was saying, yeah, so I click over here, and this is the other thing I've noticed a lot lately. So I am actually in this area, right? I'm actually from this location where these people are doing this. So as Summer Wells is tagged right now, actually, Kevo, welcome. As Summer Wells is tagged in this video, these people are watching Kensington Avenue videos instead of speaking on Summer. Well, why was Summer your thumbnail and your title during this stream?
It's
They need to
well,
put it a little further out away from the building.
now what'll happen, the cops will come and make them put that out. If they move it over.
So you have a bunch of people now using Kensington Avenue cameras as content, right? Because what better to gawk at than a bunch of struggling addicts? Suddenly that is content. And this was all, and at one point they even say like, oh, I have to change the name and title.
It's clean and
I feel bad for them tonight, but it's not cold enough. That dog.
Is that the dog they had out there the other night?
That's probably somebody from the neighborhood.
Oh,
Taking their dog for a walk. So you got to realize that's a livable neighborhood. It
is not a livable neighborhood. I wonder if these people are even from the neighborhood to know anything of which they are saying when it comes to this. So that was the point, and then it happened again the other night with a video I was going to play where somebody else was live about Summer, but instead it went to this whole woe is me, where it had nothing to do with Summer. No, I'm not here to talk about her case at all, Kevo. I'm here to talk about people that claim they're talking about her case when they're not. There's a difference. And this is part of that. This is part of what we see all over YouTube. And it's because everybody knows that Summer Wells' case has a lot of emotions involved in it. It has a lot of drama involved in it, and it gets the clicks. So this whole stream, there is not one mention of Summer aside from we need to take Summer out of the title. That's it. It is all Kensington Avenue being played.
I was teaching his stepdaughter. His wife told me about it, how abused he was. And it made sense then why this grandmother beat him so bad, all the way up and down the hallway.
So basically they just have this footage playing in the background as they just talk like they're, girlfriends on the phone, right? Just girlfriends on the phone. We're going to have a whole conversation. It's going to be this little girl's name in the front and, she's on the thumbnail. And it has nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her at all. Yeah, Kevo, it could be a little hypocritical. Sure can. But it is what it is, right? So it goes on and on and on and on. And it's just a bunch of ladies having a conversation.
From all the bad influences.
All the outside world.
No, because all the bad influences were in my classroom.
Oh.
And
I
this
just
is one of them.
You really
we were.
So for those of you who aren't aware that this particular woman is part of the reason that Summer's case has become such a circus, if you will. Kensington Park thing is sad because the original creator started to humanize those with addiction. Now it's become. So I actually have a big stream coming up, Genevieve, and it's going to be very interesting. I hope people will be there. Hey, Katie B. All right. She said OG. Let me stop sharing this while I click onto here and show you all what I am talking about. So this woman here is part of, and I think Nicolina would know best how to explain them, but you got Daisy and Daisy's sister Jenkins, and you got, it's like this whole little off corner of YouTube. But a lot of property in Kensington are going to be developing. Kensington is unfortunately a lost cause. Hey, let's go, Brandy. Brandon, let's go, Brandy. And I see that a lot. So that happened again the other night. People claimed they were there to talk about Summer, and instead they talked about why they were removing people from Discord and taking away wrenches and all these other things, which I wish I could get into right now, but somebody wants me to wait on them. Prayer Garden of America. That's the other woman. Apparently these people are sisters, and you know, I don't know, but you go and look at the channel, and the most views they get is when they have Summer in the title, which is part of why they do what they do, which is when they're doing a video that has to do with Kensington and nothing at all to do with Summer. You know, we're going to go ahead and tag her and put her name in the title and use her in the thumbnail and everything in between. It's not right. Oh, can you explain it to me, Katie? Because I just know they're all related. They're all connected. One guy was arrested because of them. It's like a whole sub-universe over there. So yeah, and Kensington Avenue is now a lot of people's content. Why? I don't know. It's like gawking at people at the zoo is not right. Lots of people in this part at all, and there's not much help out there. There we go. I was waiting for somebody who knows. Daisy and Jenkins are sisters. Prayer Garden is a whole different person. Okay, Daisy, Jenkins, and they're arguing with Prayer Garden, right? I just know it's a whole circus. But I know Tracy knows what I'm saying about these people, because she's one of the few that actually acknowledge what I'm trying to say here, which is that these people all connected due to Summer's case. And a lot of them are locals, right? There's a pair of sisters, Janky and Daisy. Prayer Garden is separate. Thank you, guys. I can't bother. It's too much. Rap, yes, Rap. He's intertwined. He was arrested. She does, but no relation. Okay. The barn people. That's what you'll hear them refer to. Yes. And I think a lot of them are all locals, and, you know, but that is why Summer's case has all this extra thrown in there. Wish people stop saying this about cause down there. Plenty of us locals actually try to help. So sad to hear people judge Philly based on one area. Really bothers me when they play the whole Kensington stuff. My sister unfortunately lives there in Kensington and is an addict. Yeah, it is absolutely horrible. Rat was arrested due to something else, but Daisy did press charges on him too, while he was at an event, right? The whole thing's a mess. Right, Bama J. They have an obsession, but I've never seen them on a search for. And my understanding, my understanding is, hold on, I got to turn it off for a second. Prayer Garden isn't local, calls her channel Summer's channel. Is she the one that always says, like, oh, prayers for Summer, prayers for Summer? Extremely exploited like no other missing child in history, in my opinion, is disgusting. It is disgusting. It's horrible. And then you have people putting these things on Summer's name that she was, I won't even repeat it, but it is absolutely horrific what is going on. And a lot of people have found that to be their niche, right? When they don't have anything else to talk about, what better way to bring in views than to throw Summer's name on the title and throw Summer's name in the thumbnail? It's not right. And I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot. It is like a fallback quick way to get views, and it is gross. It is gross. And as mentioned, they're not out there actually looking. Prayer Garden thinks she speaks for Summer is disgusting. I'm so thankful you came, because I am confused. Do you want your camera on? I know you give no fucks.
I really don't, but oh my gosh. I figured I'd come up to try to help you so that you could just have this part of it clear.
Yes,
if you
thank
needed
you.
it. So what questions do you have?
So the whole little subsection, I started because I clicked into Daisy's the other day. It was Summer in the thumbnail. She was literally the photo. She was in the title. She was hashtagged. And I'm like, oh, let me hear what she has to say. And I click in, and they are covering JLR, covering the fire, and then they are covering Kensington. And at one point, she does mention herself, like, oh, I got to remove Summer from this. Well, why was Summer in it to begin with? Because you knew it would click people in as clickbait off a missing child is what it is.
Yes. Yep. That's typically what happens on a lot of the channels. They will put Summer's name or her photo, and there might be a tiny bit about Summer, but then it kind of veers off into all these other things that you're just like, what? Why is Summer's name in this? This is a mess. So yeah, that happens a lot. But you have Daisy and Jenkins. Daisy's had a channel. Jenkins started after Daisy. Then you have Daisy's boyfriend, who is Chillbilly. Then the guy Rap, who was over in the Ernie Shell community for a long time. Somehow he got involved in this whole mess, kind of trolling Daisy and all of that. Then he became friends with Jinkies and with Chillbilly, and he drove past Miss Daisy's house. And I don't know, from there, they had the police come to an event where they had the table out for missing children called Tennessee's Missing. And the whole booth was Summer and missing children, and the police came to it
Wow.
to get him. Yeah, it was
How-
friggin' horrible.
What
It
great
was horrible.
publicity that is for missing children.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, they've said in the past, some of the people who organize these, that due to all the drama that's been on YouTube and social media, sometimes they don't even want like the Summerwells tent. They don't want the purple tent there.
That's
Like
sad.
a few people have had an issue with it allegedly.
Wow.
It's awful. And there, you know, there's a lot of different little sections. You have Smiley, she's kind of on her own. You have Prayer Garden. I don't know if you want to venture in there. That might be a whole situation. You have a new person who's been on the scene a couple weeks named Ryan, who's out with his wife, and they're just like doing searches. Then you know the original people who were here from like the first week. It's just been, it's a really toxic community. It's not a good. The Summerwells community is not a stable, positive, informational community. It's probably one you want to stay far away from. It's pretty bad.
That's actually really sad because at the end of it, there's a missing baby girl that is underneath all of this extra added on, you know, drama and love affairs and harassments and drive-bys. And I mean, it's like people are fighting.
Awful.
Yeah. It's like they're fighting
It's
to be the
awful.
top Summerwells creator. Like Lindsay says here, that Prayer Garden put Summer's head on random kids' bodies. What is that?
She's being serious. She
What?
edits the photos and like she'll have Summer baking cookies with Michael Vaughn and
Oh my goodness. Come on.
no, you have no idea. Just you, I've never ever seen anything, and I mean I've seen a lot of crazy communities. Chris Watts community, the community I come from, I don't come from the Chris Watts community, but the one that I did come from, a different community, was crazy too. I've never seen anything like this. People have been doxxed, harassed, arrested, you name it, and it's all happened, all in the name of a baby girl who, you know, some people think, oh, well, that person shouldn't be involved because they're not a good person, or this person shouldn't do this because I don't like how they're doing it. It's a lot. You have like gatekeepers who think they own the whole case, and it's insane. It's insane.
That's what it sounds like. People see that Prayer Gardens as like a gatekeeper. Like she thinks she's the overall end all be all when it comes to Summer.
We don't even look at her like, oh, well, yeah, okay. There are a lot of, I could name probably 5 who really think like they are the one who own the case, and you can't do anything without their approval. It's insane. Like we went on the ground searching, and people had an issue with that.
Oh yeah,
Me
you were
and a
hunting
bunch of the
people.
girls. Yes, I was a hunter. Yes, it's just. I mean, if you enjoy drama and you want to dig in, I'd advise you not to, because there's some really psychotic people in this community, and they don't care what they do to you.
Well, and
They really don't.
that's what I heard, and it blew my mind. So people are upset because, and I guess it is hypocritical of me, I can admit that. But I was going over a ton of topics today. So my thing was, as YouTube turns, obviously, and I hashtag Bullhorn Betty, true crime community, Krama, Summerwells, allegedly with BJ, Discord, crime crazy critters on the farm, Kensington, and true crime. And one particular fake advocate is angry right now that I have Summer tagged in the video, which I guess, like I said, it is a little bit hypocritical. But my whole point of doing so was to point out how these people will do that. They will literally have her as the thumbnail, the title, and the hashtag, and not one thing be about Summer at all. It's about Kensington.
That's a good point. I understand.
So, you know what I mean?
You're
So
trying
maybe,
to do, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it was in poor taste to have Summer's name tagged in, and yeah, I can recognize that. I thought more so it was going to bring awareness to how people are. Yeah, it was stupid, I guess. I don't know.
It is really shocking.
It's a thin line.
You know, there's so many who care about Summer, but it has become a situation where we've crossed the line from content creators to people whose emotions are deeply involved in the whole case. And I guess that happens with a lot of cases. One of my cases that I've been obsessed with is like the Adelson case. You've got Charlie and Wendy and all of these people. So that the Gannon Stout case, I was very emotionally attached to, but Summer's different. I've been to Tennessee numerous times. I've searched, and it becomes different. And you get angry, like for real life angry, where you just want to smack the shit out of people because you see what they're doing, just like what you're saying. They'll put her name and a crazy picture of her, and then they're just talking about all the other drama and nonsense and bullshit on YouTube. Like, why are you doing it? We all know why you're doing it, because you're a phony and you're for drama, and that's it. And it happens daily with her name.
Well, if you also go and look at these people without putting her photo and name and everything in the title, they don't get as many views. So that's why they're doing it. It's clickbait at its finest.
Yeah. I mean, I could cover Summer and get thousands and thousands of views. I could cover a missing child who went missing a year ago and get not even an eighth of the views. Yep. So it isn't even about the hashtags make a huge difference. They don't, unless people are searching specifically for Summer Wells. It's your thumbnail. If you've got this little girl's face in and her name in your title, people are going to see it. And everybody wants new information. They're invested in her case, and they want something to finally happen, and it hasn't. And I think that's part of the frustration, that we're not getting anywhere, and it hasn't gone anywhere. So,
and I think because people are so emotionally involved at this point, because let's face it, it's been 2 years now of people doing these streams on Summer. 2.5. And I think they've now it like you said, it's now developed into like a personal little sub society, if you will, and it's more so about the creators' dramas than it is Summer. So people are tuning in on the basis that is Summer in the thumbnail, Summer in the title and everything. But then you're just getting like, oh, Jankies is still fighting with Daisy, and Prayer Gardens did this, and Rap did X, Y, and Z, and it's crazy. But I see creators that cover true crime falling back on Summer's case because it's a fallback. When there's no other big breaking crime case, that drives me nuts.
Yep. That happens. There has not been an update from the TBI and or Hawkins County for over a year. There's no update. There's no new information. None.
Well, that's why they're creating it.
Yeah. If you go and listen to the original press conferences, they have had to have asked us 20 times to please stop. Please stop. The tips, they have to check out the tips. So the tips that were coming in were, well, I saw on social media, blah, blah, blah. I saw on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And they have to use their resources to go check this shit out. And then it's nothing. So you're taking them away from, and now we've got the psychic who did the Lori Vallow case. And, she's allegedly pretty popular, whatever. And she's done readings on Summer. And when I tell you, these readings are graphic inappropriate, horrific. What people forget, Summer has 3 brothers out there who are old
Yes.
enough to get on the internet. And regardless of what you think of the parents, her parents are still out here. So you've got people saying that she was, and not to be graphic, but this is what the lady's saying, that she was stabbed, buried, dug up, essayed, all of this stuff. Yeah, this is all on YouTube by a quote unquote credible medium.
Mm-hmm.
So it's horrible. It's horrible. And they do it all in the name of views, because it's, even if everything she said was accurate and true, why does YouTube need to know about any of this? What are we
Well-
supposed to do about this? Why do we need to know about this? We don't.
Well, then in turn, what they do is now they're contacting TBI and they're saying, I heard that Summer was buried here, and look for a tree and look for, the snow print. And they're calling TBI with these fake findings.
Absolutely. Yep. It's
It's
been really
unbelievable.
hard to just watch and deal with all of it. It really has. Because, at the end of the day, a 5-year-old went missing. And in February, she will be 8 years old.
Mm.
And we've done nothing but hurt this case. Bringing attention to her, right now, there's a group of us. We've got her face up in the movie theaters in the town nearby. They do Christmas trees. They put all the missing kids on them. They're out there on the ground. There are people who make little packets to leave at bus stops, at hospitals, everywhere. Go do some awareness. Don't do this bullshit. The same dumbass people are seeing your videos. And the same dumbass people that you've asked not to report it to the TBI because you're overwhelming them are the same friggin' people who do it anyway. So she's been used for so long. It's a damn shame. So to answer your question, why is her picture on a thumbnail and her name when it had nothing to do with her? Views.
That is exactly why. Right here. It speaks volumes when over 500 were in her chat last night, when a normal stream she averages around 200. That is why people do it.
Yeah.
But it's the emotional manipulation off of the audience too. This creator is pretending by playing other people's streams or, a fake discussion of, well, what do you think happened to Summer, Jason? And then you're like, well, I heard this psychic say, but the audience doesn't realize they're being emotionally manipulated to tune into that stream. They don't really care.
No, you're 100% right.
It's infuriating.
It is a source of my anger on a daily basis. I mean, there's absolutely nothing new. That's why, the guy who's out there now, the Ryan person, it's like, okay, well, this is cool, but people don't like it because his wife has some abilities or whatever. I don't know. I don't care about that part. I care that there's 2 people walking around the area who may come across something. Hawkins County has other things they're doing. TBI does. Any eyes that are out there, feet, hands on the ground, go do that. Just walk around. You never know. It's going to take one person's eyes to see one thing that could be helpful, right? That's all it's going to take.
What's really sad about it is I know Trevor. Trevor is local and has done
such a good man.
He is. Him. And he has done a lot, genuinely from his heart. He wants well and means well, but he'll get 100 to 200 viewers talking about it because he's not adding all the drama tidbits and all the tea to spill over and feeding into all the hate and he's just strictly talking about Summer, and people just don't want that.
And does that tell you anything?
Yeah.
That I could, all right, so we'll take me for an example. I could strike up a live about Summer and I'm going to drag the neighbor in it, right? He could strike it up and have the same exact thumbnail, but we just have different titles. Summer Wells, the neighbor, and Summer Wells awareness, right? I'm going to get 1,000 people and he's going to get 200 people.
Yep.
So tell me that these people care about summer. I don't believe it. And I haven't for 2 years. When I saw it all going down, I'm like, nope, nope. That's why I stopped doing summer videos. It was that, and I felt like I was exploiting her too. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I can't, how am I going to be talking shit about people in my mind and online? And I'm doing the
Right.
same thing, you know? No, no.
That's kind of
So
what I just felt with having their named hashtag, so I removed it. But I didn't think of it when I was doing it. I thought, oh, look, this is what these people are doing. It's
that
mentioning
would make
summer, like,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
But people, and it's funny because if you dislike me, like this,
Mhm.
like somebody particularly does, they're going to grasp just that part of my stream, and they're going to take that and try to highlight that as if I'm the harmful one instead of listening to what I'm saying. And then you'll see
To the
that person.
words.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's
Yeah.
just how it goes.
And for me coming up to give you some explanation, and then you explaining it, I'm like, oh, that's quite simple. I mean, that makes sense. She's not up here trashing another creator and using summer as the thumbnail,
Nope.
which so many people do, and they can deny it and act like that's not what they're doing, and they're trying to bring awareness. No, you're not. Make shorts then. Shorts allegedly get every view in the world. People love shorts because they don't have an attention span. Do shorts on summer if you're trying to bring awareness. Don't fire up a live and act like you are doing something good for summer when you're gossiping. There's lies. You're putting out your stupid ass theories that don't even make sense. Like, such. Well, what do you think? Do you think she ever made it home? It's 2.5 years later. The police know. Okay? So shut up with your bullshit. Well, I think allegedly what happened to that couch? I think shut up. That's what I
Yeah.
think. Well, what if she drowned? Well, what if you shut the fuck up today? Would that be good?
Right.
I think it would be. No?
I heard
It's
an
just
entire
like, oh,
I heard an entire stream about Candace not keeping the house clean. I kid you
I
not.
can't.
Summer was
Yeah.
the thumbnail, the title was Summer, and it was how much clothes were laying around the house. And I'm like, well, you know what I mean? Like that's your big
That
takeaway.
house, yeah, it was a mess. No joke. Like that house was a mess. Absolutely. You can see it in the photos from before Summer went missing. Candace is not a housekeeper. Okay, I get it. Your point.
Right. But does that
Because
make
CPS
her
was involved before. So why didn't they take Summer then? Hello? Can you tell me why? I'm waiting. No? Shut up.
well, that's because they fabricated a
That's
fake
where it always
timeline.
ends up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just where I end up every time that I ask a question. And I know I sound so bitter and rude and angry because it's 2.5 years of this. That your theory, I get that everybody has a theory, and I try to listen like I'm not a know-it-all arrogant person, but I am. You're talking about how the house was a mess. We know for a fact CPS was involved prior to Summer going missing, whether it was for the kids shooting BB guns or, the house being too, whatever, not the point. Did they take the kids away?
Nope.
No. So then why are you talking about stuff that happened before Summer went missing? They make assumptions that Dawn SA'd her.
That's
Based
horrible.
on what? You just
Horrible.
like to talk crazy. It's exhausting. Shut up.
Well, that's
Shut up.
part of what made the case go so crazy and wild, if you will, is that Don and Candace did come on, and a lot of people just rather focus and tear them apart. And my question to these people that are online all day doing this: how well kept is your house? You know what I mean? Like if you're online
Yeah.
all day long speculating about others
All
and
day. Yeah.
what are you doing? And
Yeah.
it dirty. And I hate when people think that poor equates to dirty. It does not.
No.
Being dirty doesn't equate to murder. I mean, it's just such far stretches. It's ridiculous.
No. I mean, I used to tell the story about my grandmother's house. I'm not even going to go into it, whatever. But it was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. And my Nana was, the best person in the whole world. Lorton girl, Tracy, I remember when people got upset when you started talking about other things, there was no information. So I did other things. Yeah, people were beside themselves.
Really?
Furious. Oh my God. And you forgot about Summer. No. but there are other kids who are going missing every day and nothing new is coming out in Summer's case. And I'm not going to sit here and engage in bashing the parents because that's what people want. And especially not after I met them in person. Like, you're not going to get me to do that. It's never going to happen, no matter what I might think. And whatever I think privately. Whatever I taped while I was up there, whatever searches we didn't put them out on YouTube. And people hate us for that. Why didn't you put it on YouTube? Because it's none of your business. Everything that we found or didn't find went to the TBI and to Hawkins County. Period. It's not your business. And people, they don't like that answer. Oh, well.
Well, you know what else about that? The conspiracy theories, right? So on one hand, people wanted to paint Don and Candace as like these low-life alcoholics, these criminals, these no good. But on the other, they're masterminds that were able to evade being arrested. You know what I mean? It's like, which one are they?
I've been saying that since day one, girl, that what are these people? They might be really fucking smart and just able to like pass lie detector tests or evade the police, and their timeline or whatever still checks out. I mean, we had to wait all that time for Abby and Libby, you know, and who even knows if they have the right situation there in Delphi, but justice is slow. And if it's Candace and Dawn, bury them under that jail. I'll help you dig the hole. But don't convict these people without proof. They already don't have their daughter or their boys. It's just not right. There's not a lot of humanity on here.
What I think they're doing on a lot of these people, I think they exploit them. I think they exploit their simplicity. I think they exploit the fact that they are in a horrible nightmare, especially early on. And they go in on the fact they're befriending them. And then they turn around, they use all that, the juice and the gossip and the phone calls and all that they got while they were friends with them to turn and be enemies to them. And it's like, you are.
Can you imagine?
No, I couldn't ever.
Imagine one of our children going missing tomorrow and you getting my phone number and calling me like, oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. Do you need any help? What can I do? And I'm crying on the phone. Maybe I'm drunk at this point because I'd be half dead on the fucking ground.
I was about to say that. That was the other part.
And the whole time you're recording me.
Yep.
The whole time. And when you decide in 40 days or whatever that we're not friends anymore, you start a channel and you use me for content. It's exactly what's happened over and over and over again in this case.
Yep. Sure has. And that's
I've
the
never
other
seen
thing.
anything like that.
They're like, Don and Candace are drug addicts, they're alcoholics. If my whole life flipped upside down over a disappearance of one of my children, and I lost my others, and I'm in recovery, yeah, I'm gonna relapse too. You know what I mean? So now we blame them for that. And it's like, well, people have lost the ability to put themselves in other people's shoes. And it's actually really sad that the internet makes that so easy.
Absolutely. There's no common sense. There's no empathy. You know, they're, well, why would we have empathy for him when he admitted he AR'd his sisters? Go listen to the man's words. Go look at the ages and let Utah deal with that from 45 years ago. Can we focus on Summer? That would be great. But they can't. There is no focusing on Summer. It has to be about everything else or there's no views.
That's the truth. And imagine if any of our lives were put underneath a microscope and every, you know, from your childhood up was analyzed. And I've said this a dozen times. If you look for negative things, you will find negative things. If you dislike me, I mean, you know, we all know the saying, right? You look at the way the bitch is eating those chips. You start to nitpick every little thing about somebody. We can do that to anybody and paint them like a piece of shit. Honestly, you could. Every single person.
People who used to like me on here, the same things that they liked me for, they hate me for now.
Yep.
The same people who were cool with me talk about my looks, talk about my house, my husband, our jobs, where we live, everything. Make up lies about how I bought my cars, everything. Yep. And it's the same people who liked me. And it's like, how? I don't understand. We were cool with each other. And if I don't like you, I don't like you because of something that you did. that doesn't give me the right to now pick apart everything that you've ever done on the internet, every word you've said, how your hair looks, what your face looks like, how you've gone downhill, this, that. What the fuck? These are adults we're dealing with. It's shocking that these are grown-ass adults who do this every day. They do it. It's really sad. It's really sad to watch it. It's even worse being the victim of it. It's like, wait, what?
That's exactly right. And then they set out to just destroy you, and then that becomes their content. It's unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah, like and people tune in for it. And they may feel bad for you, you know, but there's very few who will stand up and say,
that's the problem that I've come across. Yes. Actually, I get so tired of people like they just stop watching. If you first off, these people feed off their views being higher. So even though you know the title's about me and you're my friend or you're my supporter and you like me, you just buying in to hear what they say feeds their fuel to do it again and again and again.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. I hate it.
Me too. I mean, I watch it and I see, you know, the chat may have very little people saying anything because they're like, do I agree with that? I'm not really sure about this. But they'll stay and watch it. So you're pushing the person into the algorithm. You're giving them more views. What they're saying gets out there into the atmosphere, and it's like, don't watch them. Stop.
That's how I feel.
But then they're in your inbox. You know, they're in your inbox like, hey, I'm really sorry that so-and-so did that to you. Oh, really? How'd you know about it? Oh, I saw the stream. Funny, because I didn't see you say nothing in there in my defense. That's weird.
Yeah,
but
that
we're
happens
friends,
too.
though?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get out of here.
Or
no, we're not.
Better yet, is those people who email you to make sure you've seen it or you know about it. And it's like, well, I'm not going to go on my way to email you to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, like, did you see yourself get destroyed?
Yeah. Did you hear the
thanks.
horrible things they said?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. And now I don't like you anymore. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, what? So you were in there and you're my cool person and you saw all that go down and you didn't say nothing? Sheesh. Thanks.
Not a word. Well, they'll get blocked on spot anyway. You know what I mean? They will absolutely you can't defend somebody in a chat where they don't like you. You'll get blocked. Or suddenly people that do try to defend you, they're trolls, right? Everybody's now a troll and out to get it's just unreal. I can't stand it.
Yeah. And it's all, you know, this little community is notorious for it. So my best advice is keep doing you and stay far from this one. As soon as they get a load that you even talked about, Summer, they're coming for you. You'll see.
Yeah. It's unbelievable,
though. Chasing up there.
Chasing and this granny's watching. And then it's going to... And I can already tell you what
either of their voices.
Oh my gosh, so many people pick on my voice. I'm like, well, all right.
Mine
you
too.
sound like shit too, asshole.
Yeah, people always ask, who's that man up there? It's your daddy.
They call you a man?
Always. Because my voice is so deep.
You don't sound like a man. That's a stretch. That's just picking to pick on. You know what I mean?
No, when I used to come online at first, people would ask me if I was trans because of my
No
voice.
way.
Swear. And I didn't care, but they'd be looking dead at me. I always come on camera. They're like, are you a guy or a girl? I'm like, a girl? Well, did you used to be a guy? No. But, you know, how are you today? And isn't it funny? Like, that's the first thing they ask. Like, and that was in the beginning more so. I did a video reading nasty comments a while back, like when I first started. And that had to have been at least the 30 that I picked. That was at least 10 of them. That's
insanity. I've never felt that way listening to you. I've never questioned, never felt that way. Nothing.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, are you a boy? I don't know. Was your dad a boy? No? Okie dokie.
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
It's so bizarre.
It is.
That's how people nitpick, though. But here's what's funny about that, right? Then if you respond back and you're like, no, I'm not a trans, they're like, oh, Jason hates trans people. Yeah. You know, like you just can't win.
Of course. They're like, well, why are you mad? I'm not mad. Why did you have to come ask me that though? Like, what's the point? So if I said yeah, and I do say yes now, like if somebody comes in and asks, I'm like, yeah.
And what? Right.
And then they don't know what to do with that.
Like you're gonna leave me now?
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 times. Are you a boy? Yep. There's
Then what?
nothing. They don't know what to do then. They're like, oh, okay, bye now. Idiots.
See, that's what I mean. Their point of doing that is just to upset you and aggravate you and insult you in some way. I don't believe they really believe that. I don't. I just was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they think it's an insult, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. I have bigger balls than you, so guess we're even. Hey, Spudler. All right, let me get the hell off of you. So now you have the info on the crazy Summer Wells community. Good
Yeah, I
luck
think I'll
with it.
just stay away from that one.
Girl, watch from the sidelines.
I watched a little bit of it. I have. And I'll
Mhm.
tell you what, it's like the never ending circle of like I tried to get bullshit. I tried to get a grasp on it. And yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, is
It's
that the new
always
narrative?
something new, but it's arguments, and
I'm
it's
sorry.
nothing about the baby.
I'm sorry you had to yell at me for tagging a missing child. Thank you for reprimanding me, putting me back in my place.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you know you did that?
Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. You better be sorry. What happened? I have no idea.
It's
I
so
just saw you
ridiculous.
alive and I came in. I don't even know what the hell's going on. But either way, now that I've yelled at you, don't do that anymore.
Yes,
Okay?
I've learned my lesson.
Better?
Yeah.
Good.
I
Good. I'm
definitely
glad you have. My
What's
job for
funny?
today is done.
What's funny is I actually realized it before you even came up because I was like, you know what? I guess that is pretty fucking hypocritical of me. And, I'll go ahead and remove it. I mean, literally, I didn't need anybody
That's
to
not
tell
even
me.
why I was. I
No.
didn't. I don't know.
I know. That's their new narrative. So it makes you sound like a hero. So I take it and be like, yeah, I scolded that bitch. How dare she? They'll find
There's the neighbor of Summer says that things don't happen around here unless I put my approval on it because I'm leading a well-organized group of people. I don't know who the people are exactly. They're everywhere allegedly, and I am a top-tier spider, Jess. So
wow.
Now that we've talked on a panel about Summer, you too are a spider.
I'm part of it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The ones we leave.
And if you ever run across her and say her name, you are a harasser, a torturer, a person who does bad stuff. Spider lady. So
wow.
be careful.
I've heard and seen plenty of her. I don't even know how people listen to her. You can't even understand her, to be honest. It's just very
Oh my God, don't say that. Oh Jesus, that was clipped.
Yeah, well, clip it and use it. Did she ever take off the hospital bracelets yet, or are they still on? That lady I know enough about.
Run.
But run to the hills.
Don't walk. Run. That's
a
whole situation. That's a whole situation. But anyway, I'm going to go back and listen to your stream now. I'm going to hop down.
All right. Thank you
for having me.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
All right. Bye.
Hey, just Linda. Okay, so we'll stay away from that community, but I think my point was proven, and I proved a point to myself as well. So there was no scolding, and Chasen has always had my respect. Yeah, she didn't scold me. She didn't need to. I realized it before she even came up. Yeah, it was a bit hypocritical, a little stupid, but that's okay. My intentions weren't bad, and I think that's what matters most. Unlike some of these people, like I said, it's not just a hashtag, it's a thumbnail, it's the title, it's all of that. And then nothing of it. Nothing to do with Summer whatsoever. I covered a few things, Laura. I covered Betty admitting that Jonathan Lee Richards is her ex. We went back and visited a little bit of the video where, now we got our confirmation that it was like jaded feelings. Then I went into how I was scrolling and I seen Summer's beautiful photo and her beautiful name and in the title and everything, and click on it, and it had nothing to do with Summer. It had everything to do with everything in between. So it was Kensington Ave, which a lot of creators are using Kensington Ave lately as content, and that I don't understand. But everyone in a way is using someone or something. It's a sad place, especially for Mrs. Wells. I think that speaking about Mrs. and Mr. Wells in a good or bad ways is not good. They chose to YouTube. I think that they first came onto YouTube hoping to bring awareness to Summer, and didn't I understand what they were walking into. I've said this when it came to even that May Scoodle moron. Do you understand what you're entering when you enter this place? Because I don't think a lot of people do. I know I didn't. When I made my channel, I had no idea what YouTube was and how much it will affect your real life. Had no idea. So finding out and realizing it, I don't think a lot of people do. Unless you visit YouTube a lot and you're from YouTube and you're aware of YouTube, I don't think you realize just how deep and far it goes. I'm not pro-bashing Mrs. and Mr. Wells, but I'm not going to proclaim them as good individuals. My concern is about Mrs. Wells, period. I get that. A lot of people see her in a particular light. They need to get I think they let too many people into their lives. Yeah, because you don't realize who to trust and who not to trust. And when you're vulnerable, when all this first took place, whether you believe they're guilty or not, they were vulnerable. They were in a vulnerable position and they trust a lot of people. I did the same thing when I started my channel. If you were a subscriber that reached out to me, I would talk to you. I give you, we converse, we'd have conversations. You know how many of them are now used against me? You know what I mean? So yeah, you don't realize that you can't open up and trust people. Look what happened to Tattoos. She emailed somebody 3 years ago, expecting people, asking him for help, how to get out of an addiction, and it's now thrown in his face. It's now that's content for people to say, oh, look, 3 years ago, she was an alcoholic that needed help. How does that make sense? How is that okay? Hey, Jocelyn. So yeah, you learn early on not to trust people. That's what you learn. Yeah, you learn not everybody is with good intent. Not everybody cares for your best interest, and not everybody is who they portray themselves to be. And then you find out one day because your private messages are spilled all over YouTube, out of context, no real storyline, a false narrative, and suddenly those people that loved you will use that same energy of loving you into hating you. And it is vicious. People can be so vicious on here. They think they know everything about you. They will analyze everything about you. I say that all the time. Call me Frenchie. It is definitely overshared, overused, watered down. So shame on me. I didn't take away from anybody's kids. Matter of fact, I had people fuck with mine. I didn't take anything away from anybody. I have nothing to do with anything. Only over the past month have I realized how risky being part of this community can be at times. The bad ones are chasing off the good ones, and I don't like what is happening. Just amen to that. Yep. And you learn not to say anything to anyone that you wouldn't want everyone to say. Yep. Don't say anything in private that you wouldn't want public. And if you did, I was going to say it wasn't me. And if you did at one point, they will now use that against you. Your naivety, your trust. They won't tell you why you felt how you felt or why you said what you said. Nope. They will just use it against you. Sobriety is one's personal struggle. It's not content for scumbags. I agree, Jason. That's horrible. At least you took it down because you didn't feel confident. Yeah, Teresa, it was a little hypocritical. I can acknowledge that. I trust my group now, but learn not to fully, That's the one good thing that came out of this is I now know my circle, my people. And, what's that saying? No new friends. No new friends. Oh, boy. But I guess that's why it's the content that never stops giving, right? Because a lot of people, they think that if they become friendly with another creator, they're suddenly friends, best friends, if you will. And what do we do with friends? We gossip, right? Especially us ladies in a drama community. We gossip. And a lot of people will use that and make content out of it next time. Hey, fixing a snap. That's what they do. Just remember that in order to hate someone, you had to love them before. Psychology 101. Laugh loud. You can't experience a feeling without knowing the meaning of it. Straight up. Yeah. If a creator pauses memberships, well, the members get an email saying the creator paused it. I've never done that. I could try. Oh, Tracy says yes. Took me a while to get there, and they are solid. I have subs who are just amazing. I know if I needed an ear, they'd be there and never say a word. Amen. That's the best part is when you find your group. No offense, but boo, you two friends. Amen. Amen. So if a creator pauses memberships, you're getting an email saying it. But if YouTube demonetizes you for reuse content, it will also say memberships are paused. Because the creator then has 2 weeks to dispute the pause, to appeal it. And if you are, like in my case, people kept saying, oh, Granny was stealing people's content. She was stealing them. No, I wasn't. No, I didn't. I had to just, I think Tracy went through it. I named other creators in the beginning that went through it. You have to show YouTube what your channel's about, how you do your content, and, you know, there's steps they want you to follow. I almost didn't do it. And then, thank God, I did put in my appeal because I won. But you do get paid. So, Tracy, for example, mine was in August, I think, that I lost monetization. But I still got July's pay in August. But in September, I didn't get August. And that's how it works. So you'll get your last pay, which would be for the month prior, and then not the next. And YouTube's always a month behind. And this year, it sucks because YouTube is now, they'll be paying us, I said, between the 21st and 23rd, which is, you know, the end, near the end of Christmas, and it sucks. Mine was November. I lost all my money. Yeah. I don't even think, Tracy, that they gave me August pay at all. I don't even think, even when I won my appeal, I don't think they gave me that pay. I think they kept that, which makes me wonder, where does that go when they're just stealing your money like that? Huh. Eric W., I know where you're getting at, and I actually have a video to premiere. Let me see if I should. Should we do it now or should we do it tonight? I think we'll do it tonight. Yeah, I didn't know Tracy made candles either, Danielle. When you ask peace for their hard-earned, when you have the right to question why a able person is not working. That's true, Catherine. If you'd like to ask me, I'd give you my reasoning. They gave it to me. Oh, is that where it went? I hope one day for my channel to be monetized, I have to have 500 plus subs to get on watch hours. The watch hours are the hard part. Do you not have any subs? Because you only have to have 500. Dislike or like, it's, in my opinion, unhealthy to adore, cherish, look up to an avatar on YouTube. Weird, just my opinion. Never put someone on a pedestal on a higher standard. You can be disappointed. That's called parasocial relationships. And that does happen. Now, please. I'm a candle maker and wax melt maker as well as a designer. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I know what you're saying, Catherine. I was just teasing. Now, I'm almost, no, you only need 500 now to get monetized. 500, but the watch hours are what you need. That's why I won't, that's why I won't play my, I have a backup channel, but I won't monetize it because if YouTube, if I got demonetized on this channel and was monetized on my backup and I thought, oh, I'll just go use my backup so I still keep making money, you can get in trouble with YouTube for that, for circumventing their punishment. I have a little candle kit from Amazon. I don't think anybody would be interested in buying my little shit candles. I do want to make merch, but I don't know why people do that. Like, I see creators that make merch with like their channel like name. First off, who's going to wear something that says Granny's watching? That's, you know, it's weird. Like, I never understood that. Like, with utmost respect, as much as I like certain channels, I'm not going to wear something that says Jink's Journey. You know what I mean? I never understood that. Like one particular creator made face mask during the big pandemic, and it had like her face on it. And it's like, dude, I like you. Not enough to wear your face. Sorry. I was going to make, somebody's going to steal my idea if I tell you what I was going to make. So I'm not going to tell you, but I do have ideas. It's worth giving it a try. Why not? Hey, Cass, I didn't see you come in, girl. Thank you for always talking so thoughtfully and respectfully about Summer's case. It never goes unnoticed. Oh, I like that. I like to wear strangers out. I might wear a Granny's watching shirt. No, you want it. I have a Mrs. P shirt. I like to support small businesses as well. I'm looking at candles with gift crystals in. I got one from Marshall's. It was really pretty. It actually burnt really good too. With a Granny and cigarette looking out the window, it totally rock a hoodie. No, you want it, Anne. No, you want it. That's so funny. They'll be like, who the hell's your Granny watching? That's what I was going to do, Cass. You read my mind. Totally read my mind. As a cute little fishy on it. Oh, I want to with commands like press or duck or oh crap. I had a one of my wonderful day one supporters. They made me Granny's watching merch, a shirt that said "Get the F out of here." The design was really neat. They actually did really well. A mug, key ring. That will be it then. If creator spends much energy, actually look for Summer instead of talking smack and make stuff up on other people. We might have actually found her by now. The deplorable behavior is just gross. See, here's what I think, NC Country Girl. I don't think. So it's like a catch-22, right? So a lot of people are like, well, go look for her, go look for her. But at the same time, like a lot of people were saying, why weren't Don and Candace out searching for Summer? Well, they don't want loved ones looking for many reasons. Okay. Because imagine when it all first happened, if you're, God forbid, your child ever went missing and you went searching, you came across her, your child. You know, so it can mess up evidence. It could, I don't know. So do police really want people searching? I don't think they do. Your average citizen isn't trained in searching. I don't know. I don't know if it's beneficial to search. I don't know. I feel both ways on it. They've gone out, not at first because they're not supposed to. Like I've mentioned several chats about the Miss Wells cases. We had a similar case here in Quebec. I shared this in Chase and Church chats. They found Miss Provenger remains found 8 years later. There have been cases where people are arrested 2 years, 3 years, 4 years after the crime. Just because the Wells weren't arrested or because nobody was arrested doesn't mean they can't possibly be. I think a lot of grandmas would buy a Granny's watching hoodie t-shirt. Grant, do you think I have a lot of grandmas watching me? My grandma would have bought it. I know that. We aren't trained. What do you think a lot of creators have common sense, Tracy? We aren't trained, but it's common sense. Gloves, camera on. Don't touch anything. If you find something, photograph and call authorities. So a lot of people think that the bottle, Gabby Petito's water bottle that was found, they think that was a setup, that it wasn't really Gabby's. What do you guys think? Do you think that Betty and Olivia planted that? Or do you think it was really there? 10 times? What a blessing. The holidays must be so fun for you. You think it was planted? Very simple common sense. Well, I'm glad you got common sense because a lot of people don't. Nani, I like that. Playing it. Well, I mean, I figured there was, but are you going to tell their grandkids? Granny's watching. Common sense is not so common. Amen. The water bottle sus, planet faux show. Huh. How about the fact that they called and said that if Gabby's family doesn't want it, they want it? Why? As a fucking souvenir? That's bizarre. That's like when Molly Golightly picked up 3 rocks from the Chris Watts home. One for Bella, Cece, and Nico. That's weird. That is so weird. Like, do people really take souvenirs from crimes? Actually, I'll never forget. during Quentin Simon. Whether you guys like the guy or not. Was it Quentin's? No. Oh my goodness. Was Cash Garnon. During Cash Garnon's case, BK was heavily involved in that on a personal level, and he went to a balloon release that they were having for Cash. And he cut the balloon string and kept it. Like, for what? For what? What do you do with that? Fucking souvenir of a baby's death? I was gonna say, Gary, don't be saying that now. Take rocks or other weird stuff. Why? That is bizarre. I don't know if they ever took it for evidence. I know that she claimed that she called and said, if the family doesn't want the water bottle, we do. I saw that. That's a little different. Yeah, Dad said, I remember hearing that. Yup, she took 3 rocks from the yard. That's bizarre to me. I don't get it. That, a balloon string, a water bottle, baseball cards, stamps. Well, Gary, I'm not accusing. I'm just asking the audience what you all think. That is fucked up. Very bizarre. I don't get it. I guess I never will. I'm not taking strings. Balloon strings. For Shanann and the girls and Nico. Yeah. I saw that sign when somebody was filming. That's like, what's his name? Seeking the Truth with Dave. He has and wears Chris Watts football jersey. He wears it on his streams and has become really good friends with the Watts. And he now wears Chris Watts jerseys. That is very ghoulish. Very bizarre. Very creepy. So weird. Yes. Oh my goodness. And he became so obsessed with that case that he said when his first grandchild was born, all he could think about was Nico. That's weird, bro. You need a break. Unhealthy attractions. Disturbing weirdo. I saw that. Okay, so you guys all seen that. Yeah, that just blew my mind. Then MGL video Cash funeral and has it behind a paywall. It was public at one point. I don't know if it was his actual funeral, but she did have a photo of his casket. It was a beautiful casket. I think it was donated and it had cars in it on it. It was beautiful. Amen, you dirty hooker. Don't let assholes like Bob get to you. I don't hate them, laugh loud. I don't hate no one around here. And I don't love as well. I like and I dislike. Some I dislike with passion. But overall, they don't have power over me or my perspectives. Oh, that's a good way to be. I'm a grainy vein. I'm always looking for new hoodies. Oh, Mrs. Colombo. Your comment still is my background on my phone. I was a house cleaner for 15 years. Believe me, my house ain't pristine. Laugh loud. I grew up in a white glove, test, clean house. A little dirt, never hurt anyone. I like that, NC. Do I have an Amazon wish list? I do right now for the kids. Look at I'm a bully. What do you think? Spelling that out is going to affect me? It's just going to show people who and what you are, idiot. I'm a bully. Spelling bad words is cool. They auctioned off the sweaty shirt the neighbor was wearing when she was looking for summer. They went, shut up. Who did that, Celine? Who did? Who did that? Hey, tribal gal. Hey, girls. I'm a granny, and I have to say, as one, we have 3 times the wisdom than y'all little ones. You'll see one day, but I still feel the same as 40. I love that. I love that. My grandmom always had words of wisdom. Always. I usually, I actually love people older than me. The neighbor did. The neighbor auctioned off the sweaty shirt that she went looking for summer in. What? Are you serious? And somebody actually paid for it? Oh, that's weird as hell. Well, thank you, because I tried to redeem myself. She sure did. It was during the marathon for the reward fund. It was the neighbor and creators who were doing a marathon. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Oh. Wow, Cass. All right. Not sure who paid for it. It is disgusting, Connie. Wow, okay. Blessed be the fruit, right? People, what do you do with that? You fucking frame it? What do you do with that? I agree, Knife. I've never seen a happy person leave such negative comments ever in my life. Oh my goodness. Wow. What do you do with it? You hang it and you frame it? What do you do? And what do you tell people when they come over to your home and they see this there? What do you say to them? Oh, yeah. This is the shirt from when a 5-year-old baby girl went missing and the neighbor went to search for the child. Thank you so much for asking, Ann. Oh, I did it too. Unwashed, but they never sent the shirt from what I heard. So somebody actually paid for it? Wearing overalls too, Jason. Don't forget that part. People set rumors out here all the time. Let's see how far our rumor gets. I'm just kidding. That is a stupid rumor. It's a joke. Won't be long. Needs go adult. Damn. Me too, Jinx. Me too. And whoever bought it is downright dumb if you ask me. Right, what do you do with it? Fucking weird. She's going to auction off the bracelets next? They're fucking weird. I don't even like these streets. Thank you, Ann. Laura Lou, you know you love that. You're my dirty secret. The whole thing is appalling. Auction off the sweatshirt was tried whether sold or not. Oh, why? How do you even explain that to somebody? The OGs know these streets. The OGs. Everybody ready for Christmas? You guys want to come to a Christmas light show with me? Sweaty armpits. What? How do you fucking explain that? Some strange woman's sweaty shirt. Sit and wear. Do you hang it? Do you frame it? What do you do with it? And what do you say about it? Oh, your grandkids come over for a holiday. Your neighbors stop by with some tea. And they're like, oh, that shirt looks filthy. And you're like, don't touch it. Don't touch that. Did you hear this, the good Onion? They auctioned off the shirt the neighbor wore when she looked for Summer the day Summer disappeared. Auctioned it off. Well, couldn't imagine even paying for that. Been around a long while and still get lost if I don't log on for a couple of days. Yeah, auction. That is sick. That's weird. That's weird. We're really going to have this Summer Wells community coming for us now, huh? Oh, yeah. The neighbor of Summer Wells did that. She auctioned off the shirt she wore the day she searched for Summer. Okay. And I'm a true crime fanatic, you know? Like, I bought the, it's copies of, like, the police reports and stuff with, like, Jeffrey Dahmer and everything. It's like a little thing they sold at one of the horror cons. But I could never imagine picking up rocks or balloon strings or planting water bottles or buying the neighbor's sweaty shirt. I could never do that. I like that show, Gary. You like that show? I like it. And creators supported her doing it. Okay. That's odd. I can't even find a reason for it. Hey, Killshot. Good morning. Thank you again. Delicious got it. That's absolutely disgusting on every level. It's just bizarre. Who even thinks that way? It's like a reward for finding a missing person. How could you take that money? The main thing is that person's found and safe. Yeah, I don't get it. I have a couple of shirts that I searched for Summer and Layla. Bid starts at 20. Thank you for actually searching, Bama G. Thank you. She is selling herself every day talking about Summer and all conspiracies. Oof. I collect 70s decor. I need to find a shag carpet. Even a lot of Summer Walls community support the idea. It was like half on, half off. Oh, why? It's not a collection I would like to have. Yeah, no. Yeah, that makes sense though, Jess. With the neighbor sweaty, dinged up shirt. I know. Very weird. That's why you got to go to like the Goodwills, the fancy areas. Yeah, we appreciate you, Bama G, but we don't want to buy your shirts. Sorry. I mean, a piece of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor sold for an incredible amount of money, so why not a tea? A tea in the case of a missing little girl. Yeah. Are those really your nails? Because that is gorgeous. That is all one would really need to know how sick the Summer Walls community has become. You can buy one of the shaggy ones and then you can cut it to be like the 70s design type. BK took Summer's show. He found in the yard. Oh my gosh, that somebody else did that. They took the guys, who did that? Who took the shovel? The girls' toys outside the Chris Watts home. Remember somebody actually took the shovel and the bucket, the toys? Oh, make lasagna. Making me jealous. Hey, Kate. Yeah, Celine, she got the dog. She would appreciate them, Christine. No, Connie, I am not. We'll do a stream where we're rapping and talking, but I am not ready. Who took that shovel? Yep, they are. Thank you. Not my hands. Picture I take to my tech. Oh, I love it. Was it Seeking the Truth with Dave that did that? There's a story about the t-shirt she sold. Apparently, she was as well running from KKK and was wearing this shirt. Real story. She said it publicly. What? She was also running from the KKK? Was she still looking for Summer when she ran? Good alternative. Yep. Don't do the laundry. Just sell it. Oh, okay. Who took the damn shovel? I forget. I kind of feel like it was Seeking the Truth with Dave, but I'm not positive. What are you going to do with a deceased child's shovel? It's just weird. There's weirdo shit. You're going to put it next to your rocks and your balloon string and your t-shirt? Yeah, that shirt. That shirt is impressive. She was looking for Summer and KKK was chasing her. I was saying that, LMP. That's weird. That's weird that you're wearing a murderer's jersey. Hey, DC. She wasn't running from the KKK. Somebody said that BK took the shoe of Summer Wells, but in the Chris Watts case, somebody went to the house and took the girl's toys. It's a big round one that can be moved, or when her friends are over, that shit comes out. Oh, yeah. Girls with white carpets? Teenagers? Nope. There's KKK story, but she is white, so I'll let y'all look into that. Holy fuck. Why was the KKK after her? Fucking YouTube, man. These people are wild. Oh, I know, Ninth Live. I thought it was MGL as well. She put it back. Oh, maybe it was Molly. A seance? Siggy says she saw Summer in the puppy's eyes. I got so bad into the Chris Watts case that I, would have like a nightmare. It actually happened twice around the same time. So I took a break from the case, but holy hell. I mean, to relate your firstborn grandchild and say all you could think of was Nico, that's bizarre. It's reverse, basically. KKK wasn't looking for her. She was looking for the KKK. Oh my gosh, the kill shot. Thank you again. This time I went to Teresa. Thank you. Maybe that's an idea for a new series. Shit you hear on YouTube, explain it to non-YouTube peeps. You ever try to talk about YouTube to non-YouTube people? They look at you like you have 20 heads. Seriously. But I do have a new idea for a series coming up, but I can't say it out loud. Wow. You guys did too? Yeah, I think it happened to a lot of us that were heavily involved in that case. Oh, thank you, Gary. Hey, Tammy, how are you? She sees summer in the dog's eyes. Siggy girl, no, you don't. Stop that. I have. It was funny watching his face. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You people like participate in this? And I'm like, no, I don't. What? What are you even talking about? Feels like you have a tinfoil hat on when you talk about it. You can't even try. Forget it. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Killshot. What did Miss L say? There's no explaining YouTube to people not on YouTube. No, there's not. I'm already in the wheeze with Christmas. I'm going for a buried at this point. When I talk to my husband at this place, he walks away, right? I seriously have been asked, like, it's why? And I'm like, why what? They're like, why is this? And I'm like, I don't know. Because stuff that goes on YouTube is crazy. 2-head comment. There are so many unstable people on this platform. Amen. Amen. I wish my friend, I hope my friend out there knows that I am postponing the entire topic of my show today just for you, friend. My friends think I'm nuts when I talk about YouTube. Absolutely. Have anyone watched? You know what movie I just got into? Hey, Shay. I just finally finished. I binged it all yesterday during my, mental depression day and stopping myself from saying something on YouTube I'd regret day. I watched Quicksand on Netflix. And if you haven't seen it, the membership link isn't working. I wonder if this one works. If not, no worries. You're here. That's all that matters. Hit the thumbs up is all I ask. My hub say it's just noise listening to YouTube. He doesn't understand it. I've heard of it, putting it on my list. Yeah, I'm going to put it on mine as well. The world behind. Leave the world behind. My people back away slowly. She pierced the dog's ears? How? This friend wants to see you release the video. I know you do. It was run by Barack and Michelle Obama. It's a scary, accurate movie about a cyber attack. Oh, Lord. Let me write it down. Leave the world behind. If you have a teenage child, actually, even if you don't, definitely check out Quicksand. Has anybody seen that? That is so scary. I took a long break from YouTube. When I came back, all the people I watched were all covering summer. Now I'm looking for new people to watch. Well, welcome here. I never heard about ear piercing, but if she did this, I never heard that either. I don't even think she would, to be honest, but I don't know. I took a break from YouTube for a minute, came back to a shit show. So watch how long you take those mental breaks. I took my own for the summer, and I came back and stopped participating in the shit show. And it feels good. It feels good. Oh, wait till you see Genevieve. No way about piercing. I believe I heard about Lucky getting his puppy ears pierced, but I'm learning people don't always tell the truth on YouTube. Yeah. Like, what place is allowing you to pierce a puppy's ears? I don't believe that. The ending was shit. Of what? Of Quicksand? You don't get it, LMP? It's actually brilliant. Oh, of that show. Okay. Hey, East Tex. The Leave the World Behind movie was inaccurate. I'm going to check it out. How you doing today? Oh, how I just watched that. Scared the daylights out of me. Scary ass music. For what? Hey, roses are red. What are you guys watching? I'm confused. The movie Killer is stupid. Well, if you can do it by yourself at home, but it's cruel as F. No, I don't believe she did it. I don't believe that. Taters hit a craziness drama instead of being smack dab in the middle. Just keep explaining it all to us. I tried, Genevieve. Then you get little psychos. Little maze attached to your ass. Kind of like a hemorrhoid. Oh, I love these women that have had, like, you know, children and are adult women, and yet they don't know the basics about their health. It's quite comical to listen to stupid people not know shit. And just repeat shit like they know shit, but they know no shit. She is Killshot. Irvin says the fuck. People. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Did you hit the thumbs up? Right, that's that. That much is clear. That much is clear. I would never have free time. Make Mercer says Dirty Butt Crew. I bet people would buy it. Dirty Butt Crew. Wouldn't that be nice, Gary? On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 super chats. They don't know a shit. They don't know a shit. They are a shit, but they don't know a shit. You as well, Connie. You guys want to be part of the Dirty Butt Crew? Imagine being so uneducated, you think that hemorrhoids come from being dirty. That's the embarrassing part. By the way, if you guys didn't know it, because, well, we do, those of you who are usually around, you will see a username that is spelled weird and it is misunderstood, like this, written in the chat. Can you add memberships in your About section, Jess? See if that works. Can you click the little money sign down at the bottom? I took that right off my studio LMP. I don't know why that wouldn't work. I can try. Yeah, it's spelled weird. That is Tiff, Miss Liverbird. Misunderstood is definitely Tiff. So you're not very slick and you're not misunderstood. Well, I guess you're misunderstood to an extent. To an extent. I give you a very little extent, though. Hey, Lori. Welcome back, Connor. Wow, Miss Liverbird. I wonder if that's the same thing we're posting. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up. Nothing like, thank you, YouTube. Nothing like two. Oh, we could have ended on 2-2, 2-2, and I just missed the opportunity. Damn, that sucks. By just a few seconds. That would have been cool, but oh well. Have you hit the thumbs up? Please hit the thumbs up. Air Force Vet, you're just coming in. Oh, you guys got anything fun to talk about? I am planning a stream. Yeah, because I'm waiting on one dang person. I am planning a stream about addiction. It is going to have a very professional person that takes a lot of time and education to help educate people on addiction. This person is actually familiar with Kensington, not just through whatchamacallits, videos on YouTube, but from, you know, participation. It is so easy to gawk at the victims of the streets of Kensington as if you're watching animals in a zoo, but they're not. They're humans. They're actual people. I don't know why creators are suddenly using Kensington videos as content. I don't know if it's like to pull on people's heartstrings, if it's to insult addicts. I don't know what it is, but it's gross. There are actually people that are actually boots on the ground in Kensington and using their videos to spew uneducated thoughts about what is happening in Kensington is gross. Very gross. And I'm tired of people doing it. So this person didn't make those videos so that you can do that. You know, it is terrible, that set. It's very terrible. It's very scary. It's very sad. How about when they have huge absences? I feel awful for them. It is sad and wrong. Can't imagine my days of active addiction being put all over YouTube. No, Solo, could you? I couldn't either. And you have these uneducated morons spewing their ignorance while watching these people as if they're animals in a zoo. Sickening. So that will be coming up shortly. It should be a good one. It's going to be, at the least, I hope, educational. And please here's my sister's picture in case I come in contact with her. They can tell her that I love her. I'm sorry, Shorty. I'm so sorry. It's heartbreaking. I don't get it either, Air Force, but all right, guys. I hope you guys all have a great day. Happy Thursday. We are close to the weekend. I'm excited. Yeah, that was horrible, Miss Liverbird. That was very horrible. Bye, Miss Connie. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all back here hopefully later tonight. I'll give a heads up. I'll set the stream, get it ready, all that. But yeah, it's going to take me waiting on somebody else to do so. So I'll see you all then. Have a great day.